Guys, this video is all about time. It's meant to be thought-provoking and entertaining, so don't take it too seriously. It's meant as a bit of fun, but it's also meant to provoke reaction and comment, because I want to get your 5 cents worth on my 5 cents worth about time and the futility of it all. There's so many things we can discuss about time and our time in Thailand. How we waste our time in Thailand. How a lot of people do. How a lot of people just pass the time in Thailand. Time is a paradox. And this is what I've come to realise. I've graciously come to realise and rejoicingly come to realise. Time doesn't matter a damn. Nothing matters a damn. Because when we're gone, we're gone. Eerily chiming. And time passes by eerily quickly. They haven't got a clue what I'm saying, but you'll notice a few familiar faces, like the beer bandits just in front of me there. Hi guys, it's a warm welcome back. This is Alpha Omega occasionally, and it's a great time to speak to you, because this video is all about time. Not just specifically time in Thailand, the time I am spending, the time of my life that I'm spending in Thailand. Don't confuse that with having the time of my life. But in certain circumstances or at certain times, on certain occasions like this occasion, you might say, yes, I am having the time of my life. But time in Thailand passes very quickly. Extremely quickly. Time as we age passes faster. Because time is an illusion. There's no such thing as time. And and what proves this, our perception of time, it's only a perception, but our perception of time changes as we get older, and it goes faster and faster and faster. When you were younger, a day felt like a year. You can remember the long hot summer days when you were a kid. They seem to go on forever. That's perception. That's what you perceive. And now that I'm 61 and living in Thailand, the last 13 years have gone in the blink of an eye. And there's a reason for this. I hate those things. She bought them in Bansang. If you watch the channel, you'll have seen her buying these wind chimes in the wind chime shop. Wind chime shop, is it hard to say, in Bansang last week. And when I hear these things doing this kind of thing, there's no wind here, doing that, it kind of conjures up an image of an abandoned house with the wind howling through it and the wind chimes almost eerily chiming. And time passes by eerily quickly. How you define this? So how am I going to qualify what I'm saying about time passing so quickly in Thailand? See, one of the things about doing YouTube is you capture time, the time of your life. Not the time of your life, time of your life. Little packets of time, like this. My wife and her cousin sitting in the shade, planting plants. A simple thing, but within minutes, this package of time will be gone. The video that, whoops a daisy, whoops, vertigo. No, I'm joking, thank God it's gone. The video that you're watching now will have a certain degree of longevity on YouTube. But what will happen to YouTube in the future? Like everything else, it'll disappear. It won't even be a memory. You won't even be a memory. Because time is a paradox. We have to break up. We have to measure our time. We have to measure our time by creating a measurement of time. It was the Babylonians, I can't even say that, but you know who I mean, who created the time we have today. Why do we not use metric time? Well, we did. Well, the French did for about 13 years. But they realised after 13 years that it wasn't very practical. You may already know this, but the French used metric time between 1793 and 1795. God, I thought it was longer than that. It was introduced during the French Revolution. A day had 10 hours. You can actually see these clocks. If you Google decimal time or metric time, you can see the clocks the French used during this time, where there was 10 hours in a day and there was, 30 days in a month. And there was 10 days in a week. You can see how it didn't work out. Well, it didn't work out because the Earth doesn't, the Earth's ellipse around the sun isn't metric. The Babylonians had it right, where the measurement system or the counting system or the numeric system, it's actually called hexamal, which is hexagon, six-sided, hexamal, or sexamal. There you go, whichever you like yourself. It's base 6, and the reason metric time didn't work is because it's metric, and the Earth doesn't follow a metric ellipse around the sun. It's closer to base 6, which is 12 months of the year and 7 days in a week, whatever. But so time can be measured any way we want because we invent the measurement. Time doesn't exist, but therefore our perception, it's all about perception. That's all it is. That's all it is. Our perception of time goes so fast here in Thailand especially. Because everything in Thailand is such a novelty when you first come here. Wherever you go where there's a novelty, that initial time goes much quicker. When, you can remember when you start a new job, the first day or two just go so fast because everything is such a novelty and it's all new to you. That's what we mean about perception. That's what it feels like. Spending an hour talking to someone who you really enjoy talking to, you don't even feel the time going. That's where phrases in English saying that. But spending the same amount of time engaging with someone you don't want to be with can feel like an eternity. So the time in Thailand goes much quicker because every day for me is a novelty. Even coming up here, well, it's almost one. We come up here every weekend, more or less, and we come up on a Friday night, and then it's Saturday, and now it's Sunday, and bang, we're back into another week. And I look back on the younger man I was when I came to Thailand in 2013. I came here in 2013, 13 years ago. And I don't know where that time has gone. I just don't know where it's gone. I was a younger man. I was 49. I wasn't actually 49. I was born in November 64. In February 2013, I was actually 48. And there was picked photos. I remember seeing photos of myself sitting in Pattaya at a bar with a nice crisp white shirt and a lovely royal blue waistcoat. And I'd hair. And I looked like a younger man. And the whole Thailand experience was out before me, but obviously I didn't know then what I know now with the way things would end up. For the better, by and large, I'd have to say. So when you came to Thailand, you were a younger man. It reminds me of a great line by the Irish comedian, Jimmy Carr. He's an Irish passport, actually, from Limerick. But he doesn't talk like that because he spent most of his life in the UK. But he told a story of when he finished the show and the groupies or whatever running around to the stage door to get his autograph. And of course, when the door was open, one girl rushed up to him and looked at him and said, "Oh, I thought you were younger." And he said, "I was." Isn't this idyllic or idyllic? That ice bucket was full of ice. yesterday afternoon when I did a live stream with Pete from Thailand Bound. Thank you very much, Pete. It was wonderful to do that with you, and I hope to do it with you again soon. But when I woke up this morning, the ice bucket was still by my desk, but all the ice had melted because time had passed, and that time was gone. And there's a watch you can buy which is the most accurate watch in the world, and it's this watch. It's the Now watch, because that's all you've got. And you've only really got yourself. But maybe you're looking for somebody else to share this time, your time of your life with. And if you want to do that, or if you're in the market for that kind of thing, Thai Date VIP could be just the thing you're looking for. Thai Date VIP has been a good friend of this channel, and a good friend of mine for many years. And a lot of guys who are watching this video, or maybe watching this video, or have watched my videos in the past, who signed up to Thai Date VIP, had met their future wives or girlfriends on Thai Date VIP. It's a reputable website. It's based in Hoi Hin. It's a French guy that runs it. He's a good friend of mine. And click the link below to Thai Date VIP. Just sign up to it and see what happens. And you might be sharing the time of your life, or you might have the time of your life with a beautiful Thai girl who's just waiting to share her time with you. And you see, this is another thing. We sell our time. The standard average weekly daily wage in Thailand, I know I'm up to correction on this, is about 450 baht. It's 400 baht, say, which equates to about $12. So people exchange their time, 1 hour of their lives, for $12. If you go to Ireland, it's something like €12 per hour. Now I'm up to correction on that, but it's give or take. €12 per hour. Is 1 hour of your life worth €12? Or is 1 day of your life worth $12? Absolutely bloody not. So why do we exchange our most valuable commodity for nothing? Because you never get it back. You see, this is what I mean about time. I haven't got a clue, or hadn't got a clue, that all and sundry were going to arrive here. They haven't got a clue what I'm saying. But you'll notice a few familiar faces, like the beer bandit just in front of me there. We were all set for a certain schedule, depending where you're from. You can say it whatever way you want. To alight to our abode yonder. I have to speak like this just in case they pick up a word here and there. But now all that's been thrown into oblivion, and we have to stay, because time in Thailand, or her time in Thailand, priority, the family take priority, not her current family, but her sibling family. And that's the truth, and lots of guys have said that. I know that. Time is passing. I don't know what time we're going to go home at. It'll be up to them. Whenever they decide to leave, then she'll start barking instructions at me to go. But in the meantime, she's having the time of her life, because she doesn't have to spend time with me. You see, to prove that time doesn't exist, in our measurement of time, the last time you saw me sitting at that picnic table with the beer bandit and all the fogies was about 5 hours ago. But in your perception of time, it's a couple of seconds. And this is what I've come to realise. I've graciously come to realise and rejoicingly come to realise. Time doesn't matter a damn. Nothing matters a damn. Because when we're gone, we're gone. And time won't even exist then either. I'm going down to get her car washed. It's her company car, and she needs to have it presentable, saving face for Monday. It's not really dirty. Bit of bird shit in the back window, but nothing that a damn cloth wouldn't fix. Anyway, I have time to do it because I'm restricted and controlled by this artificial measurement that we call time. Anyway, let's go and get the car washed. We have time to do it. You see, in no time, I'm here. It's been about 20 minutes for me, but it's been a couple of seconds for you. It just proves it. I'm not worried anymore. I can tell you this much. I am not worried. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about dying. I don't give a damn about time. I give a damn about now. What's happening now? Because this is the reality. There is no other reality other than now. There was a book written called How to Live in the Now by Ernst Holm Svensson. People say I'm dyslexic. I am not dyslexic. I'm a qualified English teacher. I just find it hard to pronounce Swedish words. I presume it's Swedish. Sven, Svendsen. Svensden. Anyway, that's his name. It's on the screen there. Ernst Holm Svensson, whatever the hell. He wrote a book about how to live in the now. And if you try to do it, it's a release. You release yourself from worry. Because what's happened 5 minutes ago in terms of our measurement of this illusion called time, you have no control about what happened then, and you have very, very limited control, if any control, over what will happen going forward, let's say. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't it wonderful to realize that time doesn't exist, and it's just what we use to measure time is meant to make sense of our existence, our futile, I said it again, futile, meager existence. Do you know, what is it, the Voyager spacecraft or one of those? The Voyager 1 spacecraft will take 49 years, that's in our measurement, to travel 1 light day. Roughly 16 billion miles, or in English 26 billion kilometers from Earth. A milestone it is expected to reach around November 2026 this year. Launched in 1977, the probe travels at about 10.6 miles per second, or again in English 17 kilometers per second. So traveling at 17 kilometers per second, or if you're American or British, it's 10.6 miles per, or by the way, if you're from Liberia or if you're from Myanmar, they're the 4 countries in the world, the United States, United Kingdom, the 4 countries in the world that still use imperial, the United States, United Kingdom, Myanmar and Liberia. I'll go into the reasons why maybe in another video if you're interested, maybe you're not. But for the benefit of you guys, it's 10.6 miles per second, and for the rest of the world, it's 17 kilometers per second. Imagine that, 17 kilometers per second, and it takes 49 years to reach 1 light day away from Earth. And the closest star, I think, is 4 light years. That's where time becomes absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't matter anymore. You think I'm going crazy? I'm not. This is the deal. Time doesn't matter. And I'm going on about it because I've been conditioned, like I'm saying, 13 years in Thailand. What the hell does that mean? In light years or light days? Nothing. Anyway, I'm going to stay here until the car is washed. That's our company car. I pay for it, she gets a receipt, she claims it back. Do I get reimbursed for it? Probably not, but look, at the end of the day, I get a lot more from her, so it goes both ways. Anyway, we'll press on with this and I'll see you in a bit. Whatever you perceive time to be is yours. It's your perception. I mean, see, when you die, it all ceases to be. So what's the point in worrying? I don't have time to worry. That's the thing. I'm trying to condition myself into this state of living in the now. That's what I'm trying to do. And it's one of the most difficult things to do because you're always concerned about the next day, the next hour, and you're always given a post-mortem to the previous hour or previous day. It's a waste of bloody time because when we're gone, we're gone. And you can put it this way, you'll have all the time in the world when you're gone. Do you know it would only take 3 to 5 months, or it only takes 3 to 5 months to get to Venus? Did you know it takes 687 days for Mars to orbit the Sun? I don't know if that's our days or Martian days because there's, 24 hours, 39 minutes and 35 seconds in a Martian day. So if you were on Mars, your time will be completely different. Your perception of time will be completely different because it doesn't make much difference one day, you wouldn't even notice it. But after a week, if you had your Earth watch on Mars, you'd have to correct it. I don't know by how much, but a few hours. And then after a month, you'd probably have to correct it by a day or so. I hope you're enjoying this video. I'm having the time of my life bringing it to you. There's so many things we can discuss about time and our time in Thailand. How we waste our time in Thailand. How a lot of people do. How a lot of people just pass the time in Thailand. And how some people are very productive in Thailand. They have a very productive time. I like to think that I do all three. I waste a lot of time. I enjoy a lot of time. I'm productive a lot of the time, and I'm having the time of my life, I think. It's going to take us, and it has taken us, 7 to 9 months, depending on the proximity of Earth to Mars, to get to Mars. But it only takes us 3 to 5 months to get to Venus. The Russians have already been there back in the 80s. Obviously, it's not a place you want to be with sulfuric acid rain and God knows what else. But did you know a day on Venus is longer than a year? So what does that do to your perception of time? At this time in the video, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody who supports me on Buy Me a Coffee. I really appreciate it, lads. Thank you so much. There's your names there. I'll just step out of frame for a second. There's your names there. It's absolutely wonderful to have you. And lads, if you want to help me, all you got to do is scan the QR code or click the link below to buy me a coffee, because it really does help me in making these videos. So, if you're curious about the fact of whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, I'm not saying I am or I amn't. Yes, there is a strong argument in modern physics and philosophy that time does not exist as a fundamental, universal or linear, with some theories suggesting it is an emergent illusion or a mental construct. The block universe theory, blah blah blah, I'm not going to go on into all the details, but that's what I believe is true. That this is an illusion, a mental construct, and that's why I said earlier that we break up our day into 24 hours, because it's the most accurate way to divide or to make sense of the Earth's ellipse around the Sun. That's all it is. And if you're in outer space floating around, there's no sun. Well, maybe it would be going around the sun, but maybe, let's say you're somewhere else completely, in the middle of bloody nowhere. What damn difference does time make? Okay lads, I couldn't record in there in that restaurant because they put on the TV. I would have gotten done for copyright. That's why I zipped through it and now I'm standing outside. I went into that restaurant, this is a side note, and I told her I didn't want seafood. My awahan today, I said it to her. And then I said, guy, chicken, she has chicken. And then when she came down to the table, she gives me seafood. And then she comes down with a plate of chicken and rice. I said, what the hell? And I was going to say, no, damn it, take it back. But I said, no, okay, they cooked it. So what I've done is, I've taken the seafood back with me. And I've eaten the chicken. But there's the seafood. Jesus, I hate seafood. It makes me sick. Even the thought of it makes me sick. And you see, you will say that it's about time that I learn to speak Thai properly. I don't want to. I've got better things to be doing with me. I've got better things to be doing with me time. That's the way I choose to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with someone who wants to learn Thai. There's nothing wrong with someone who doesn't want to learn Thai. It's just your personal choice. There's no right or wrong. I don't want to learn Thai because I speak perfectly good English. And it's the international language. But I'm not going to go there. That's a side note. So I spent a lot of time in this video imparting to you my perception of what time is not. And it is not what we perceive it to be, i.e. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and all the rest of it. That's a construction, that's a mental construction. And when we realise the futility of worrying about time, we release ourselves. And we can, that's not meant to be out, it's only meant to be out because it's only there because of the microphone. We release ourselves. We talk about our mortal coil. Our mortal coil is the time we spend on earth. But you see, it's only time because we break it down like that. So I'm not concerned about time at all. I'm not concerned about when I'm going to die. It doesn't concern me at all because I have no control over it. And when I die, whatever time that I have perceived is gone. And eventually, our perceived time will just dissipate and disappear forever. When the universe is reduced to protons, or whatever the hell it is, and even atoms become non-existent, what will become of time then? So as we reach our conclusion in this video, I just thought I'd share a couple of things with you, just to put things in some kind of perspective. Did you know 1 day on Venus is equivalent to 243 days on Earth, whereas 1 year on Venus lasts 224.7 Earth days. So where in the name of God will your perception of time be on Venus? How about Mars? And a Martian year is equivalent to 1.88 Earth years. So does that mean I'll be half my age if I go and live in Mars? I will age at half, well, it's approximately half. I don't know. Time baffles me. The whole thing really baffles me. I don't understand the concept. I understand the way we break it down, obviously, because I'm a human and I'm limited in my understanding. Some people would say I'm just limited in my understanding anyway. Well, maybe I am. Well, of course I am. Of course I am. But I understand that if you've watched this video till now, you've probably enjoyed the entertainment factor that's in it. And lads, that's what I try to do. I try to bring you varied and interesting, thought-provoking and mostly entertaining videos as much as I possibly can, no matter how outlandish they seem. So, while I expire, I just got to find a homeless person to give this seafood to. It's decent grub. It wasn't touched. I only broke the egg with a knife and spoon. So I mean, it's not. I didn't put it in my mouth. And if you haven't done so already, make sure, guys. You know, this has been a deliberately thought-provoking, entertaining, and varied video. That's what it's all about. It's all about entertainment, having a bit of a laugh, and thinking about things in a different way. So now I have the time, or do I have the time? That's still very hot. do I have the time to find a homeless person to give this food to? I don't know. I don't want to insult them. I don't want to insult anyone either. Anyway, see you again, lads. Stay tuned for the next wonderful video coming your way very soon. Now to find a homeless person. How come there's never a homeless person around when you want one?